Have you ever felt something watching you, even when you're alone? A pressure in the room, a shadow in the corner, a weight on your chest that you can't explain. Most people ignore it. But what if I told you that this feeling is not random, not psychological, not imagination, but a reaction from the kingdom of darkness, because you are getting close to discovering something they never want you to know. For centuries, spiritual forces have hidden one truth, one terrifying, powerful truth that flips everything upside down, a truth that gives ordinary people supernatural strength, a truth that exposes every demonic trap, a truth that demons fear more than prayer, more than fasting, more than exorcism. This video will reveal exactly what that truth is. But before we uncover it, you must understand the battlefield you were born into. Human beings think life is about surviving, working, paying bills, laughing, sleeping, dreaming. But in the invisible world, life is none of that. Life is a war, an ancient, ongoing, relentless war between two kingdoms, light and darkness, and demons. They are not chaotic creatures running around without purpose. They are organized, structured, strategic. Every demon has an assignment. Every assignment has a target. And sometimes that target is you. Their goal is simple: keep you blind, keep you distracted, keep you spiritually asleep. Because a sleeping human is harmless. A blind human is easy to manipulate. And a distracted human will never discover what I'm about to show you. But here's the part nobody talks about. Demons study people. They watch your fears. They observe your habits. They investigate your weaknesses. They follow the patterns of your emotions. They memorize your insecurities. You think you know yourself. They know you better. And through this knowledge, they build a personalized attack plan specifically designed for your mind, your heart, your temptations. But there's something they didn't expect, something they can't fully control, something that terrifies them. You see, when a person starts asking questions like, why do I feel spiritually drained? Why do I feel something is wrong in my life? Why does it feel like something invisible is resisting me? That is when demons panic, because questions lead to awareness, and awareness leads to truth, and truth destroys their power. But what is this truth? It begins with understanding how demons operate. They don't appear with horns, fire, and chains. They don't roar. They don't scream. They don't show themselves unless absolutely necessary. Instead, they whisper. They influence. They manipulate. They disguise. They attack through thoughts. You're not good enough. You'll never change. God doesn't hear you. You're alone. No one cares. You have no purpose. When the voice becomes familiar, a person stops questioning it. And once you stop questioning it, they take control. But here's the twist. Demons hate being exposed. They hate when humans start to recognize their patterns. Because the moment you see the attack, you break the illusion. And this video exists for that single purpose: to expose the attack, to show you what demons are doing behind the scenes, to reveal why they target certain people, to uncover the real reason you face so many spiritual battles. But before we reveal why they hate this truth, you need to understand something deeper. Some battles in your life did not start with you. They are ancient, generational, inherited, passed down like invisible scars from your bloodline. Demons often don't start fights. They continue them. There are people who suffer anxiety that isn't theirs. People who fight anger that isn't theirs. People who battle addiction that didn't begin with them. People who carry spiritual chains created decades before they were even born. And when someone begins breaking these cycles, hell notices, hell reacts, hell panics, because a person who breaks a generational pattern disrupts an entire demonic system. And maybe this is why you feel attacked, not because you're weak, but because you are the one chosen to end the cycle. Now here's the part demons fear the most: awakening. When a person becomes spiritually aware, their entire aura changes. Their thoughts sharpen, their instincts heighten. They begin recognizing spiritual patterns. They begin seeing through lies. They begin feeling when something is wrong. The darkness loses its camouflage. And once someone is spiritually awake, demons lose their greatest weapon: secrecy. This is why many people experience sudden heaviness, sudden anxiety, sudden confusion right when they begin seeking answers. Because the closer you get to truth, the harder the enemy fights to stop you. Jesus said that on the final day, countless people will stand before him, absolutely convinced they lived a life pleasing to God. Many of them went to church, lifted their hands in worship, prayed out loud, posted Bible verses, and even performed spiritual works. They looked holy on the outside. They sounded devoted. They acted religious. Yet Jesus said these people will hear the most terrifying words a human soul can ever hear: "I never knew you. Depart from me." This warning doesn't target atheists, skeptics, or those who rejected God openly. It targets people who thought they were saved, people who believed they were walking with God while their hearts were running in the opposite direction, people who knew the language of Christianity but refused the lifestyle, people who wanted the appearance of spirituality without the obedience that proves a transformed heart. Jesus explained exactly why this group is in danger. He said, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father." In other words, talking like a believer is not the same as living like one. Claiming Jesus with your mouth means nothing if your heart is still bowing to something else. A person can preach purity while secretly practicing sin. They can serve in church while living in compromise. They can raise their hands in worship while their heart is chasing the world. And the most frightening part, they don't realize it. They are convinced they are fine. They are comfortable in their routine, blind to the distance that has grown between them and God. It is possible to spend years around the things of God and still miss God entirely. It is possible to admire Jesus, but never surrender to him. It is possible to believe in heaven while living in a way that leads to hell. This first group, the religious but disobedient,